The Auditor-General Tsakani Maluleke will brief the media on the outcomes, the audit outcomes for national and provincial departments. Let's take you live to that.
That report to both national and provincial departments. And the AG will start by reading the statement. Then afterwards, we will then take a few questions until that we're all satisfied that we have answered the question. As the AG said during Parliament session, the report is very, very dense with a lot of content and very rich. We invite you to go through the report itself. Go on our website. The report is already live there. Also, you can find it through our links, through our social media pages as the AGSA. And should you need any further information, you can contact us directly. We'll be able to provide that information. Without any waste of time, AG, I will ask you to come and present the statement. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the media, and I'd like to greet everybody else that's joined us this afternoon, and thank you for that introduction, Harold. Today we tabled in Parliament the 2020-21 Public Finance Management Act, PFMA, audit outcomes for the 2021 financial year. Our general report, which we tabled, is a statutory and annual requirement for the AG to report on the audit outcomes of the different auditees for a particular year. The overall outcomes reflect incremental improvement in the national and provincial government audits, with an increase in the number of clean audits. The report also records low levels of accountability amongst a number of accounting officers and accounting authorities. As an audit office, we continue to call for higher levels of accountability, which we believe are necessary if the public sector is to implement the changes that are required to ensure that public finances are spent efficiently and in the delivery of services that benefit citizens. We therefore themed our report this time around, Accelerate Improvement in Accountability. This being our message to those that are responsible for public administration in the departments and entities at the national and provincial level. The audit outcomes of national and provincial government and their entities, though improving, continue to show slow progress in the journey towards wholesale good governance. This is particularly concerning for two areas that are still lagging behind this improvement trend: state-owned entities and the key service delivery departments, specifically those of health, education, housing or human settlements, and public works, for they have the greatest impact on the lives of citizens and on government's financial health. Poor financial and performance management in the key service delivery departments means that citizens are denied critical services that can help sustain and improve their lives. Service delivery is of key concern to all South Africans, especially in a period where limited resources are available to respond to service delivery needs, which needs have increased due to the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic. Therefore, oversight structures need to pay particular attention to service delivery departments, and all role players must be vigilant and exercise their duties with diligence. In the 2021 audit cycle, the AGSA audited 679 departments and public entities. In this report, we focus on the results of 425 of these audits. There are 34 audits that remained uncompleted at the time that we finished our analysis of this report, and these require particular attention and decisive action from oversight and executive authorities. In the sixth administration, this government has shown improvement in the audit outcomes of national and provincial governments. And these improvements can be attributed to a few key aspects. The first of which is that accounting officers and authorities, as well as senior managers, were committed to and they were directly involved in ensuring that internal control processes were improved and that the audit officer's recommendations were effectively implemented. Another aspect that contributed to these improvements is that there was notable stability in these key positions of accounting officer, accounting authority, and even in senior management. Where we saw improvements in internal controls, we also saw ultimate improvement in audit outcomes. And this is the result of continuous, dogged implementation of preventative controls. Accounting officers and executive authorities, accounting authorities themselves as well, internal audit and audit committees provided the necessary oversight, monitoring, and assurance. We therefore say that if all auditees were to consistently implement these basics, the drive towards overall good governance in the public sector would be realized sooner and it would be sustained in the future. We've noted that the number of clean audits increases every year due to significant effort and commitment by the leadership, officials, and governance structures of these auditees that produce the desired audit outcomes. This year, there are 115 auditees that have clean audits, and these comprise 48 departments and 67 public entities. This compares favorably against last year's 109 clean audits. Together, these audits are responsible for 19% of the 1.9 trillion rand expenditure budget that is managed by national and provincial government. We acknowledge that at least 31 auditees are actually close to achieving clean audit outcomes. In our assessment, with some extra effort, sustained effort, they will be able to enter that desired space of clean audit outcomes, these 31. And so we do believe that with this effort, they would contribute to an impressive trend of improvement by this administration. In fact, when we look at these 31, we find that 24 of them missed the clean audit category simply because they didn't maintain proper financial records and they rather relied on the external auditors to highlight errors which they then corrected. So if they were to apply these disciplines that we talk about every single time, these basic...
All right, we will try and reestablish contact there. We're going to go for a quick break.